Lesson, you will complete a set of exercises on the difference between the comparative and the superlative form. Actually, you will be focusing on the superlative form for this lesson. You will also look at the differences between farther and further, as well as farthest and furthest. If you want to watch the video that I'm recording right now, you can do so by clicking here on this icon. And if you can't edit the document below, the embedded document, you can do so. You can edit it by clicking here. You have a bunch of exercises that I want you to complete by writing all the phrases, all the sentences in the spaces provided. And finally, I'd like you to write your own sentences using 10 adjectives. They can be short, long, or y-ending adjectives. And I would also like you to use these adjectives specifically. You can also use 5 or 4 more of your own. Common, simple, stupid, friendly, handsome, and far. So last class we talked about the comparative form of adjectives. So we compare one thing with another thing, or one person with another person. For example, my car is not very modern, but my neighbor's car is very modern. So you can say my neighbor's car is more modern than my car. Vanessa is taller than Cindy. This is Vanessa. She's taller than Cindy. So we compare one person with another person, one thing with another thing. But in the superlative form, we compare one thing or one person with a group of people or with a group of things. So we have Mexico City is the biggest city in the country. The fastest delivery I have received or I have ever received is from DHL. Jocelyn is the best student in my class. So best would be the superlative form of the word good. Yeah, so Jocelyn is a good student. But now I want to say that she is the best student. So I'm comparing Jocelyn to a group of students. Matamoros is the furthest north I've ever been in Mexico. The furthest north. So this means the longest distance from, in this case, from the south or from central Mexico. The worst experience I had when I was a college teacher was blah, blah, blah. The worst. Worst is the superlative form of the word bad. Okay? Eso lo puedes encontrar aquí en la plataforma en Canvas. Aquí tienes la explicación. Hay 3 adjetivos que cambian completamente cuando hablamos en el comparativo o en el superlativo. So, good becomes better in the comparative form, and it becomes the best in the superlative form. Bad becomes worse and the worst. Far can be farther or further, or the farthest and the furthest. So we're going to take a look at the differences between these two. So farther versus further, this is the comparative. We can't go any further. The road is blocked. We can't go any farther. So right here, you can also say farther. The road is blocked. So both words can be used for, for physical distance. But further can also be used for things that are not physical and for figurative things. For example, you can also use it as a verb. And this means that you are going to continue studying, that you want to pursue another degree. So you can talk about your education. You can say, I decided to further my education. This means continue. So you want to go further, right? You want to, if you already have a degree, you want to have a second degree. So you want to go further. You want to continue studying and maybe get another degree. So maybe you want to pursue another degree. I decided to further my education. This is definitely not correct. Okay? Because the word farther can only, it can only be used for physical distances. But further can also be used for imaginary, figurative distances, and also as, it can also be used as a verb. Now, the superlative form. The furthest galaxies are about 3,000 million light years away. The furthest galaxy, so we're talking about physical distance here. Go on, boys, let's see who can run furthest. Okay, so you can also say farthest in this case. Who can run farthest or furthest? So complete the exercises on Canvas. And if you have any questions, you can text me on WhatsApp and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.